Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a general reading for you. Um, this is a general reading, so it won't resonate for all of you, but if you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I am featuring a half-off sale through the end of this year. Thanks to all of you who have participated. I feel very supported and appreciated. And moreover, I appreciate your presence here now. This is the most important thing to the work I do. So I appreciate your support in whatever form you make it available to me. Virgo, your overall energy for this reading is the Judgment card. This is pretty powerful. This is about a reconnection that you may be encountering, experiencing, in which you are reconnecting with some opportunity from your past, um, something that didn't work out in the past, that never came to fruition, even though you felt the indication of something momentous or important, something purposeful in this connection. It can be an opportunity, a passion, a relationship, any number of ways in which you're being asked to recognize that this opportunity that you're now experiencing has come through many times in the past in some way or another. But now you have the experience and the wisdom to understand that this is not only on purpose, on your purpose, but that you are part of something larger. I don't think the idea of being a part of something larger is what's new. I think it's very specific to the contribution that you're making to this larger sense uh, of global well-being, of healing the planet in some way through your own effort, your own community effort, your own professional effort. You are clear and clear about what that purpose looks like as you've developed, as you have unfolded opportunities. You understand the way this particular plan for your particular contribution is coming together. I hope I'm making sense there, but this represents a quite an elevation in your awareness of your power and the impact you can have in the world. In the present is the Queen of Pentacles. So you're all about being productive. You're all about working, discipline, perseverance regarding the project, the organization, or the business that you're working on behalf of. You are in tune with those you work around, and you are somehow experienced enough to understand the seasonal rhythms, the natural rhythms of your work, the natural flow. For example, if you're a teacher, there is a calendar flow to the way that you work. The fall, the spring, both have a character that you can leverage in terms of your purposes. The same with your business, your clientele, your audience, depending on your effort. You are completely in sync with that natural rhythm, that calendar, that schedule of activities that you've now learned how to maximize opportunities and impact as a result to your commitment to the collective effort. In the past, the Nine of Swords, it has taken you a long time to get to this place of appreciation, synchronicity, clarity about the intentionality of your efforts, your desires, and the way to leverage the greatest, most efficient productivity. You perhaps labored within a system that was very strict and regulated. That's the word I'm looking for, in which a lot was required of you to comply, to the requirements of your work, your profession, your effort. And there were many ways in which you were not rewarded, seen, or appreciated for your efforts. This can also be about a larger uh, home or foundational environment where your role was relegated to one of the apparent provider, but one in which you were required to give on a schedule or in a way that someone else defined, so that your effort, no matter how comprehensive in your ability or willingness to take care or provide for others, had to be delivered in a way that suited those you were caring for, without much regard for your well-being. And this took a tremendous toll because for many of the Virgos I'm speaking to, you accepted these responsibilities as yours, even if they were devoid of any passion or alignment at a deeper level. You understood that these were your obligations and you fulfilled them until it hurt. And you accepted that as the way it had to be until something happened. Perhaps children grew up, perhaps you stopped accepting the reality of a non-reciprocal relationship, or the simply non-commitment to relationships because this was your experience of them. Somehow you've released that reality. You've stopped being I hate to say victim because it sounds so derogatory, but you've stopped giving your power away. You've started holding it, withholding it, and actually releasing the reasons why you felt it was important to behave in the way that you did. So you've actually cleared away, you've released, you've surrendered to whatever choices you made and consequences you've experienced, and released them in that way. In the future, the Nine of Cups, this is almost like a seesaw. So once you let go of that, you kind of flew up into a place of really instead aligning yourself with real support. If the support was not forthcoming from your environment, from your loved ones, from your colleagues, then you found that support from yourself or those who you could align with, who got your vision, who were sharing in the work that your impact required, your productivity required. This is really looking to align yourself with people and resources that get you, that support you, that recognize you, that praise you and your enjoyment in the work that you do. So this is so aligned with the process of the Hermit card, which is very aligned with you, but the number 9 here is repeated, indicating that you have gone through a long period, if not a lifetime, of really keeping to yourself, finding your own authority within, not feeling as though you could rely on the resources or the reciprocal reward or exchange with others to give you that recognition or attention that you required. You've learned to release the struggle. That's not you anymore. You don't work that hard. You don't suffer. Give yourself a way to suffer. You do. You see your life as abundant, joyful, you take pleasure in the work you do, and you're satisfied with the impact that is preparing you for a new direction. This feels very successful, like you see your abundance and success and connection in all that you do here. I'm going to, I hope this reading is resonating for you. If so, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. You are greatly appreciated for the support, the love, the energy that you send to me. And I pulled the card balance. I was thinking of a seesaw. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Wow, you really have found your liberation. This is really feeling like you have actually understood that all that hurt you is now to your benefit. You have gained the lessons. You no longer invest in things that don't see you, don't value you, don't honor you. And instead, you recognize the abundance not only of your universe, but of the work that you've created. You have achieved a lot, and now you're fully engaged in the enjoyment of what you've achieved. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles here with the Ten of Swords and the Devil card. Wow. The old patterns really pull on you. There's a way that you are still processing and understanding how the choices you made were based on beliefs that belong to others. You allowed yourself to be defined by others who did not see your worthiness or deservedness to receive the benefits that you were giving or sharing with others. I hope I'm making myself clear here. This is a whole system of beliefs that you've jettisoned, you've rejected. You're no longer uh, complying with the status quo. In many ways, I almost feel like you are becoming a new model of compassionate structure and power in your profession for some of you, in your home life or relationships. But this feels as though it is based on a family of origin experience, some kind of generational trauma, perhaps. This can be related to the work that you do, some kind of illumination, research around reparations or some kind of collective healing. Um, this is really about you establishing a new order that is based on effort, not merit. And because of that, you are releasing and actually revolutionizing the values on which this work has been based in the past. In the past, the Nine of Swords is clarified, but the Judgment again, and the Two of Cups. Wow. So this is very much feeling like you have come full circle in your sense of obligation to others or another, and balancing that out with the deservedness of your own efforts, the merit of your own efforts, the appreciation of your destiny, your purpose, which feels like it's always been clear to you that you have done and achieved in an area where you always understood what your lane was. And you now have an opportunity to experience that justly, fairly, with compassion, with love, with pleasure, understanding that the ability to work in partnership with others towards your goals is the whole purpose and meaning of your life, of life. You're joined with someone or others who have always been with you at some level. This can relate to a reconnection with significant others in your life, or opportunities that you perhaps began your professional journey with or in. In the future, the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Sun and the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is not the first time I've gotten this message for you, Virgo. that you are not only rejoined by or reconnecting to a soul bond, and this feels as though it has to do with the nature of your work and relationships, the effort, collective commitment you've made to some kind of a social project, historical project, meting out or advocating for a kind of justice or fair treatment or equity in some particular arena that you've worked at for a while, but you've found a way to integrate who you are in that. This is about an inclusion of your wholeness, your whole person, all of your gifts in a way that is lightening up the incredible responsibility you feel through the work that you do, and a reconnection to the joy and the pleasure, to the lightheartedness. This may be giving you an opportunity to re-explore personal aspects of your work that had been neglected, or to integrate those things into the work that you do. Whatever you do, you're having an impact on an organization, a collective, an institution that has the capacity to not only reimagine its goals, but the way in which it achieves those. And your fluidity through your relationships is part of experiencing that joy and pleasure, that humor, that lightness, that sacredness of the abundance in the world. I'm going to finish up this reading with Flora and Fauna of Africa, always homage to the motherland and to our Mother Earth. And I have pulled the knobbed hornbill, and the key word is overcoming. Despite the multiplicity of miracles that you may be experiencing personally and professionally, this has been hard work. This has been grueling. You have climbed the ladder. You have done the work. You've moved through this incrementally, overcoming obstacles and a sense at times of isolation. Protect your belongings and loved ones. Be willing to sacrifice for the greater good. There's a way out of every tough situation. Thank you so much, Virgo, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.